Welcome back to Zuko Builds. Today I'm teaching you sick. Welcome back to Zuko Builds. Today I'm teaching you guys how to make half lap joints with a dado stack on your table saw. I recently made a video on how to do these with your miter saw, but got a new table saw, made a crosscut sled, and got some dado blades. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do it with this. Pretty simple. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, having a marking gauge is going to make your life way easier, but it's super doable with just a measuring tape as well. You're just going to take the width of the boards that you're using, and these boards are the same width, so I don't have to worry about changing my marking gauge at all. Take the width of it and go ahead and transfer that over to one end of your board. And once you make your mark, I like to take a pencil and scribble out my waist, just so I don't cut anywhere other than where that waist is. Next, I have to find the center of my board, or half of the width, which is why this is called a half lap joint. Now I'm using 3/4 inch material, so half of that is 3/8. I first make a little mark with my pencil, and then I'll go ahead and take my marking gauge, set it to that pencil line, and scribe that out. Now that we have our center marked out, let's go ahead and set our blade just so it's right below that line. You can always cut away more if you need to. Next, I'm gonna set my new J-Catch Moses stop block so that that cut line is right on the edge of my zero clearance dado slot. I only need a stop block for that mark that we made. I don't want to go past that at all, and I'm gonna pass through it once to make a cut and then scooch it over away from the stop block and cut out the rest of the material. You'll see what I mean a little bit more in a second. Now we just press our piece up against our stop block and make our first pass. Remember, when you're using dado stacks or dado blades, you want to go nice and slow. You're hogging out a lot of material at once, so try not to put your table saw or your blades under more stress than they need to be. Just take your time with the passes, make sure your fingers are far away from the blade, and take your time with it. Now just go ahead and cut out all the pieces that you need to have this half lap joint on. I only need 4 of them. I'm showing you guys 2, but there's 4 total, and you just rinse and repeat. Make your cut on one side, flip it over, making sure that your half lap joint is face down, repeat the cut, and rinse and repeat. Oh, and before cutting into your workpiece, take a piece of scrap, a couple pieces of scrap, and make some test cuts first. You want to make sure that everything is lined up correctly, that your measurements were correct, and everything should sit flush. If it's not flush, adjust accordingly, and go ahead and take it over to your workpiece after. Now all you have to do is glue those joints together. There's plenty of surface area for the glue to do its magic, so I don't use any sort of fasteners or anything like that. I just use some Titebond 2 with some clamps and checking each of the corners with my square before walking away from it. Then after you've clamped it and the glue is set a little bit, making sure that the corners are all squared, you're done. It's a super simple joint, but it's so sturdy because of all of the surface area the glue gets to set on, and these things will last pretty much forever. I haven't had any half lap joint fail on me. And that's it, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions about any of this process, if I missed anything, or if you just have questions. Let me know down in the comments below. If not, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Crushed it. so much easier if you have a dado stack rather than doing it on a miter saw or making several passes with just a single blade. I recommend getting a dado stack if you have a table saw to do it, but if not, you can do it with the circular saw, your miter saw. Hand cut these. This just makes it so much faster, and when you're batching out a bunch of things, it's prime to have this. Let me know if you guys liked the video. Let me know what you want to see, or if you had any questions down in the comments below, and I'll try to make all the videos you guys want to see. So let me know. I can't read minds. Till then, follow me on Instagram at Zuko Builds, and I'll see you guys next week. That whole thing was kind of weird, huh? Let's scrap that. I'll see you guys next week.